Generally, I quite enjoyed the Daffy Doc, but I have to say, I feel like they rushed the best part of it. This was released in 1938. It is, of course, a Warner Brothers cartoon, and this one's directed by Robert Clampett and written by Ernest Key. And we have Mel Blanc voicing Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. And Daffy Duck is working at a clinic. He is working with Dr. Quack, which is a brilliant name, and Daffy basically doesn't behave in the way he's meant to be, so he gets kicked out of the clinic, and now he doesn't have any patients. So he decides to go and find a patient. And that patient that he finds, and I use the word patient loosely, as he is actually perfectly healthy, is Porky Pig. And he takes Porky Pig and begins to treat him. I'm putting that in air quotes. And then that's basically it. He kind of chases after Porky Pig. A couple of other things happen. But I did feel like it took a long time to get to that point, and then not that much happened after that. And I enjoyed the build up because I liked the hospital setting. I like clinical narratives. Anything set in hospitals I think is interesting, and I enjoyed seeing that in animation. But the actual narrative itself wasn't very good. So visually I liked it, but it took time to get to the interesting bit, which is when Porky Pig came in, and after that point, it just felt rushed, and I don't think they really explored that as much as they could have done. Daffy Duck didn't interact with Porky Pig as much as he could have done. We didn't really get to hear too much from Porky Pig either, so it did feel kind of rushed. I enjoyed it, but had I not really cared for medical settings and I was just watching it for the narrative, it definitely would have felt like it had let me down. The Daffy Duck definitely needs some work. It's not perfect, but I personally enjoyed it enough. If you haven't seen it and you're a fan of Daffy Duck or Porky Pig, then it's worth watching. Also, if you just like things that are medical based or indeed medical animation, which is a weird concept, it works very well. That aspect of it. It's just a shame that the narrative and indeed the humour, I didn't find it that funny either. It was interesting, it was fascinating, but it definitely wasn't perfect.